Hey, what's up everybody? Bike Builder Bear back in the house. Just wanted to say hello and give you a progress report on my Dyna. I've put out videos before about the little knickknacks that I've done on my bike, but I'm gonna say this right off the bat. Everything I have done has been half-ass and kind of wannabe. And I watch videos from Kruise Originals, and those guys do the things that I want to do, but I'm a little poor. Working on it, but I'm a little poor. So, since I've had this bike, I have done everything as thrifty and cheap and low buck as possible. I haven't torn into anything that I haven't had the money for to fix right away. And I haven't taken anything apart or messed with anything that wasn't giving me problems right away. And those days are done. I've had this bike for about 3 years. I've been able to do little cheap upgrades that have helped me out. Rebuilding my forks and powder coating all that stuff, was a good upgrade. I kept trying cheap shocks to get my rear end up, and they get the rear end up for a little bit, but then start sagging and sagging and sagging, and then next thing you know, I'm right back to where I was. So the other day I was riding with my wife. She was on the back, and it felt like my whole bike was coming apart. I know that my kickstand has been hanging a little bit, like a little loose, like the whole thing needs to be disassembled and put back together with new shims. And I've kind of been wondering, these little whoops and whops that I'm feeling, if, things have been getting loose. And I know for sure now that the stock OEM motor mounts they do not cut it for what I'm doing with this bike. And I need to upgrade anyways. So what I deduced is my rear motor mount is completely sheared. It's just hanging on in there. And my rear swing arm bushings are shot. Not only that, the brake rotor is a two-piece steel to aluminum. It is an older one, and it looks to be OEM, but the steel part is actually starting to come apart from the aluminum. You can see where the two pieces are literally shifting, and the little brad rivet things that hold it together are starting to crunch. They're not circles, they're starting to turn into ovals. So I've got to redo brakes, shocks, motor mounts, multiple things on this bike. I'm going to be pulling this bike apart in the next couple of months. And again, I'm not rich, so I am going to do the best I can on spending money on good parts. I probably won't have my bike up and running till after Christmas, because I got a wedding coming up this next month. That's another reason why I don't have a whole lot of money. It's because I'm a family man and I dedicate myself to my family. After Christmas, New Year's, I am planning, hopefully I'll have this done, and I mean chain conversion, at least some drag specialty shocks, or some decent progressives, just something. No more Chinese shocks. Not only that, I'm going to try my darndest to get Big Bear Customs front and back case saver motor mounts. They've got really nice motor mounts that just hold the motor and everything way better, and are way more reliable. They're supposed, from what I've heard, they eliminate a lot of the dyno wobble in turns and stuff. That flex you get, that stiffens it up to where it feels more like a FXR, which would be fabulous because I do like riding my bike aggressive. I like doing wheelies. I like cutting corners and canyons. Another thing that I'm going to do is, even though I rebuilt the front end, I rebuilt it with a 2-inch drop, which I kick myself. I'm going to eliminate that 2-inch drop and get that front end back up. I'm going to do the chain drive. I'm going to definitely do those motor mounts. If I can pull it out of my butt, I'm going to do some head gaskets and a cam and lifters and possibly a rev limiter. I'm not going to spend money on a 2-in-1 exhaust because I need to spend that money in better places like motor mounts and bushings and stuff like that. I will get a 2-in-1 eventually, but that's not on the list of priorities. Priorities is making sure that this thing could stop, make sure that this thing could ride me and my wife, number one, and then number two, or number 3 or 4 is make sure that it's able to do the type of riding that I do solo. So those are my priorities. I'm going to shut this video down. That being said, you're going to see a bunch of videos from me and my buddy doing our Grom clones. We are starting a club in Ventura County called 805 Minis. I'm doing that serious. I want to start an MC that's based around mini, small bikes, and for community, community things. I'm not doing it for clout or for money. I'm doing it I want to see big rides in Ventura County. I want to fill a street. I want the cops to come out. I don't want to cause danger. I don't want to cause trouble, but I want the cops to come out. I want to see red cherries and berries. I want to see wheelies. I want to see everybody with smiles on their face. I want to see, people helping each other out if someone goes down. I want to see community. So please check it out on Instagram. Check it out on Facebook, 805 Minis. Again, much love to Kruise Originals. If it weren't for guys like that, Kruise Original, John Maxwell, let's see, another one, Shade Tree Mechanic, Scooter Tramp Scotty, all those guys. If it weren't for them, I would have never even gotten into a Harley Davidson. I probably would have bought another Jap bike and be going way too fast than I even need to be doing to have fun. This has changed my life. Again, I want to thank all you guys out there that inspire me. The Theo freaking Doors, the John's Motor Garages. Thank you guys all for being an inspiration. Much love to Kruise Originals, Matt, Trent, Ryan, all you guys. Truth be said, anything I'm doing on this is inspired by you guys. So, hats off, big love. Please give me a thumbs up. Please comment. I will also be putting out another video tonight of my progress on my Grom clone, which is really helping my wheelie skills. I'm getting it down. So, I'm going to cut this video. Please like, please subscribe. Have a good day.
I'm all independent. I irritate those awfully wicked. Wait, pause for a minute. Bryson, why you causing division? I loved your music, now you're homo.